assets. Real value.
Welcome to Charlie Ward's Daily News.
Good morning, everybody. It's Boxing Day. It's the 26th of the 12th, 2025. And wow, I hope everyone out there has had a wonderful Christmas day. So Drew, what's your first story of the day?
Good morning, Paul. Good morning, everyone. And I hope you all had a Merry Christmas. My first story is President Donald Trump says the US has carried out airstrikes against Islamic State militants in northwest Nigeria. Trump claims the strikes targeted ISIS fighters accused of attacking Christian communities in the region. The US military says the operation took place in Sokoto State and involved coordination with Nigerian authorities. Nigeria's government says the strikes were part of an ongoing security cooperation, while stressing the country's violence is complex and not solely religious.
Diving into my first story of the day. For the first time in 2 years, Gaza's small Christian community has been able to celebrate Christmas. A quiet service was held at the Holy Family Church, Gaza's only Catholic parish, during a fragile ceasefire. The church, badly damaged during the war, hosted prayers, carols, and a simple Christmas tree. Community leaders say the moment was subdued but deeply meaningful after years of conflict and loss. It's just wonderful to see that even in a war-torn place like Gaza, that Christmas and festivities are still coming back. What have you got, Drew?
Yeah, with more good news, Turkish authorities say they stopped planned holiday attacks after arresting 115 suspected ISIS operatives in Istanbul. Police carried out raids at more than 120 locations, seizing weapons, ammunition and documents linked to the group. Officials say the suspects were planning attacks during Christmas and New Year's celebrations, particularly targeting non-Muslims. 22 suspects remain at large as security forces continue their search.
And my next story, one that Charlie has asked me to share with everybody. President Vladimir Putin has flipped the script in Europe's war narrative. He's announced direct talks with Ukraine, cutting out European leaders he accuses of pushing the conflict instead of peace. By going straight to Kiev, Moscow says it's sidelining what it calls warmongering middlemen. Whether this opens a real path to negotiations or reshapes the diplomatic balance, it's a move that's rattling at capitals across Europe. So Drew, we may actually see peace in Ukraine very soon. What a wonderful Christmas present.
And my last story, Keir Starmer's Downing Street has scrapped its regular afternoon media briefings, triggering an angry backlash from Westminster journalists. The briefings, which let reporters question the PM's spokesperson without time limits, are being replaced with occasional press conferences and technical updates. Journalists say the move reduces access and weakens scrutiny, accusing the government of controlling when and who gets to ask questions despite promises of greater transparency. What's he doing?
Well, Drew, this is one about free speech. Remember, once they start taking away free speech, once they stop interacting with their people, this is all signs that they are going deep into a dictatorship. They are crushing our rights. I mean, I want to know what's going on with our government. Once you start taking away these interactions with the media, good or bad, that tells you a very, very bleak story about what's going on. But, as Charlie always says, it's all part of the pantomime, and we're going to see some big changes coming up in the not too distant future. So yes, we are looking forward to what's to come. And remember, everybody, stand fast, okay? I know the UK is going through a very dark time. I'm here myself. Drew's here herself. We've got to stand strong because we know that there are better times ahead. And my final story. Europe's biggest car makers, including Volkswagen, BMW and Mercedes, are under mounting pressure as costs rise and exports slow. Analysts say the latest shock follows Russia's response to the EU's seizure of Russian assets, with Moscow warning of economic retaliation and a pivot away from Europe. Germany has been hit the hardest, facing higher energy costs, weaker demand and fierce competition from cheaper Chinese electrical vehicles. Critics warn Europe's policies risk long-term damage to its industrial base and its global competitiveness. Drew, we are starting to see the final, dare I say it, the downfall of the cabal, cleaning the house out that is Europe. Well, everybody, that was the news on Boxing Day, the 26th of December 2025. There's not many more newses left before the end of the year, but wow, it is not failing to show us what's going on out there. And I just want to end the show with just a quick scripture. Be still and know that I am God. In a world that's loud, fast, and often overwhelming, this is a reminder that we don't have to have all the answers, and we don't have to panic. Sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is pause, breathe, and remember that we're not in control, and that's okay. And all that's left for me to say is have a wonderful Boxing Day, everybody. I hope you are with loved ones. I hope you are with friends, and I hope that everything goes as nice as it possibly can for you. So all that's left for me to say is to take care and God bless. See you all soon now.
And remember, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.
Noble Gold. Real assets. Real value.